Good day everyone. Today is going to be a long day because I'm going to be cleaning a car. You know, I don't know about anybody else, but cleaning cars is either awesome or the worst job in the world. In this instance, there's a lot that needs doing: engine, wheels, interior, roof, a lot of stuff. So, and it doesn't look like it's been done in a while. This is going to be like a 2-day event. I'm going to clean it and then I'm going to try polishing it. I'm going to try and do the engine bay, the interior, the seat belts, all the stuff that need doing to make it look tidy enough to sell, but it also needs an MOT. What I'm going to do though is it's got 0 fuel in it, and there's still some fuel in this guy. So I'm going to put a battery in. I've just been checking the batteries actually. This is the one that just came out of the new one. This was what was in the old one. This is the newer of the 2 batteries, I believe. And I'm probably going to keep this Yuasa battery, purely because it's similar to the one I have in the S2000, and it'll be a good spare. This one, even though it's slightly lower rated, can still stay in the car. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put I've cleaned them both up. I'm going to put the Yuasa in the old car, and then I'm going to try and jump the fuel pump and then fill this guy up, take that fuel and put it in that. If it works, I'll let you know. So it's working. Battery in. That's the fuel line that comes from the fuel rail. Ignition's on. I've also opened up the fuel filler, and this is the fuse box where you can identify the fuel pump relay. On the actual inside of the box, it does give you like a small diagram and description, but it's not called fuel pump. There's the fuse, the 15, and this is where the relay is located here. It's one of the blue ones, just to the right of the black relay there. And if you look inside, I hope you can see that you've got 4 pins. It's the far left and the bottom right. Jump in them. Hopefully you can see this now. Yeah, there you go. The fuel is going in. So I'm going to continue to do that and fill up as many of these as possible. I had to use the 5 in the end so that I could actually get it in and fill in reasonably. So hopefully we can get it all out nice and neat. Moving on. You want to be careful with fuel when trying to jump relays and using, you know, the battery and all this type of stuff. Any spark could obviously make it go boom. If you get fuel in your engine bay, you could spray it with soap or water or leave it to air dry for a while, and then it should become inert enough and safe enough. It goes without saying that if you're ever doing something like this, take care, due diligence, stay safe, maybe even keep a fire extinguisher at the ready. Running your fuel tank empty like this, you want to shut your fuel pump off quite quickly once it's completely empty, because you'll risk damaging it. It needs to be under, it needs to have, like, you know, regular resistance and flow and stuff like that. And if it's not got that and it's just running dry, it's bad times for a fuel pump. To be fair, I don't really care about this one because I'm not going to be extracting it from the car. There's a little much I want to take from this now. I'll be taking all these fuses and relays and stuff like that, the battery, some of the fluid containers, the rocker cover, some pipes, dipstick, you know, all the easy stuff, and the stuff that we've stripped from the interior, and then the body's going to go. So that worked a treat. Doing so, extracted around about 5, a full one of these, yeah, about 5 litres. It's better than it going to the scrapyard. It's donated some of its blood to the veins of the new car. Cool. Well, I'm going to leave this one for the day. I'm going to take the battery out. It's just more tear down to do on this guy. Today's focus, all in all, is the new one, getting it clean. So we've given the battery tray a hoover and a quick spritz to save us time later on when it comes to doing work in the engine bay. And we're going to put this relatively clean battery back in, or into this one. There we go. Hook all this back up, tighten it down. There we go. Cool. I think what's going to happen now is before I start blasting the car down, giving it a clean, I'm going to replace the mirror that is on the passenger side. So that means we're taking the door card off, you know, zipping all the stuff off inside, taking it out from the outside and pulling it out, and then installing the replacement, and then putting that all back together. I'll do that off camera. You saw me in the braking video strip down the donor car, so you don't want to see that again. And then I think from there on it's going to be a lot of time and hyperlapses of getting this done and then just seeing bits and bob happen. So yeah, enjoy. Okay, so we've done our first big wash, and looking at it, I mean, taking a lot of that dirt off, it has revealed some things. So you might have noticed me blasting the roof. The roof has a lot of shite caked on it. So the best way to get that off, I found, is just hit it, and then once most of it's off, I've got some sprays which are a bit more, how should I say, potent at removing some of this mould that's caked into the roof. But I've got most of the green off. It's just a case of using some product now to get rid of it. This side, pretty straight, no real issues. Some of the paint and lacquer unfortunately come off the bonnet. I have a feeling either the wing and bonnet don't look too bad. Maybe it comes up a bit more on camera, but I think one of these has been painted, or both, and they've not been a perfect match. And with the bumper, the plastic aging differently from the other car, you've got like a trifecta of tones there. Hopefully with a little bit of a polish, and we'll see how that goes, maybe we can get some of that out. But yeah, this side pretty straight, around the back. So the rear bumper seems to have had a hit. There's a bit of webbing or fracturing there. I'm not really going to do anything about that, I'll be all honest. Again, a little bit of a polish on there might help hide some of it. There's the marks which maybe caused the crack of the light. Then I'll probably just use a bit of touch up. Small chip and rust. Another one there, and a very slight one on the arch. Again, I'm going to treat them, I think. Mirror been replaced. Managed to save every single clip. Perfect. Got a little chunk and a dent there, and a little scratch there as well. But you know, they can touch up fine. I don't know how long this car has been sat at Copart. I forgot to read the sticker with the date they acquired it on, but there is a lot of dirt on this car. It's either not had a wash for ages, or it's sat in some pretty harsh environment, because even though I've put traffic film remover, let that settle, you know, some Magifoam, snow foam, it's still just got dirt caked on it, loads of dirt and oil. So I think I'm going to do some more snow foam, just agitate it. I'm not bothered about 2-bucket method or any of that gubbins on this type of car. I'm just going to agitate it, do an actual contact wash next. I mean, it's coming up nicer than it was, definitely, but we'll do a contact wash to get even more of it off, and then we'll do a polish at some point. We're not going to clay bar it. It's just a waste of a clay bar on a car that's old, in my own honest opinion. Again, not concourse. We'll just, you know, a polish on something like this, clay bar or no, as long as it's got most of the crap off the top of it, it should hopefully do a half decent job and just make it come out a lot better. Unless people want to tell me otherwise and shout at me, go for it. But you know, we march on. So there it is, it's had a spritz. I'll be honest, it's come up pretty good, you know, considering its age. Bit more lack appeal there. Again, I'm just going to touch that up, I think. Like the roof, you may have saw me or caught the end of it whilst it was hyperlapsing. Went in with like a rough brush and some of the product, I think it's called like soft top cleaner. It's from Turtle Wax, some generic stuff, and brushed a majority of the green out. I'm not sure whether it shows on camera, it probably still looks really green. When you put the conditioner on, it starts to go dark again. I think I'm going to leave this to dry, see what it looks like once it's dry, and then attack like this bit here and this bit here and get it as black as possible, or as clean as possible rather, before I put any conditioner on. But I think what I want to do next is, this particular panel looks like it's been painted. Now that it's clean, yeah, that's definitely been painted. I kind of want to just take my polisher and just sand it and just give it a go and see what it looks like, and try and get some of the paintwork a bit cleaner. So yeah, you only live once. Okay, let's give this a shot. Oh. Let's get comfy. G3 compound, and I bought this a year ago, no, 2 years ago now, and I've never used it. So, you know, no time like the present. I mean, I think that looks like a good finish. I think it looks like a good finish. Small dent there. Seems pretty mirror finishy. I think with like a detail spray over the top of that as well, some polish, that'd be quite nice. You join us today on a very overcast day. I think rain is about to happen, but I'm not going to let that deter me. The MX5 goes in for its MOT in 2 days time, and I've still got plenty of cleaning to do. So let's just have a quick look at what we need to do. We need to do the engine bay. Want to give that a nice spritz and a clean, both top and bottom. And then if I move around to the roof, I need to do another pass on the roof. The interior needs a full clean from top to bottom, and also these belts need replacing today. And then also at the back we've got those tailpipes to give a scrub. I'm going to be using a combination of things, so we've got a hoover obviously to do some of the dry cleaning. These are going to help me with the tailpipes. This should help me with the roof. Got some brushes there as well for the engine bay. Got some engine degreaser, soft top cleaner, and if that's not aggressive enough to do the soft top to how I want it, then I don't mind using a little bit of this. So first things first, I'm going to do a dry clean, a hoover of the engine bay, and then probably going to give it a very, very mild blast with the power washer. I might cover some things as well, just so that I'm not pushing loads of dirt into places I don't want, like the electricals and stuff like that. Anywho, I need to get moving to avoid this rain. Time for a hyperlapse, methinks. So we're contending with some rain now, but that is the engine bay done. I don't know if you remember what it looked like. I'll try and throw another picture in of what it looked like prior. It's a superficial clean. I've not gone super in depth. I had to reclip on the seal at the top of the engine bay as well. Yeah, like you saw, I did a brush down, dry brush down Hoover, quick spritz with the pressure washer. I used it far back, so I wasn't pushing loads of dirt into places that I definitely couldn't get. And then I did an engine degrease, give that a spray, used the brush to work it in, and wiped it down to get a majority of the crud out. Like I say, I only went top level, didn't go far down, and then used a little bit of a black trim restorer on some of the larger black faces and pipes, just to make it look a bit shinier. But I think that will do. It's taken 10 years off the car. I don't know if people can see it well enough, but yeah, this is a night and day difference as to what it was, so I'm quite cool with that. So yeah, okay, moving on to the next bit. I think I want to tackle the roof next, so we'll get the drill out and we'll get some product on there, and we'll try and get rid of as much of that ingrained green as possible.
Right, let's go.
So you can probably see I gave it a very, very light rinse with the pressure washer. I'm now going to spray some of this cleaner in and use the drill to do a lot of the heavy lifting. So let's see what goes.
Okay.
Wish me luck. Let's see if you can see that. So, to my eyes, that's got a lot of green in it, so it is extracting it. A lot of it did come out the other day when I washed it with a brush by hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this all over. You'll see a bit of a hyperlapse of that, and then I'll wash it down. And then we can't really tell whether or not it's done a really good job until it's dry. So we'll just have to keep trucking on and see where it gets us. So I've given it a quick dry with a microfiber towel, and these were the worst bits. I'll try and put an image or a part of a video from videos past of what it used to look like. So this is again, it's another night and day difference. I probably see a bit more green around here. I can get more vigorous with this, but it's one of those things with repeat cleans now. It will just get cleaner and cleaner. These marks, I think, are just embedded now. They're part of the cloth. But the actual green mossy stuff, for the most part, is gone. Maybe some on here and here. It probably shows up a bit different on camera. But for all intents and purposes, that is a good looking soft top, if I do say, considering it's nearly 20 years old. Nearly the same age as this one. No, this is the new car. Yes, another project car. I won't show you too much of it, but put it this way, that was 30 minutes to do this roof. The roof on this guy, it is a convertible, I'll give that much away. The roof on this guy would probably take about four times as long. Have a guess, what do you think it is? Let me know in the comments below. Well, that's going to be our next project. I can't wait to get started on that. Such a fun car. Anywho, next. Moving on to these tailpipes. I'm going to have to get low for that. This ain't going to be comfortable. I'm going to use the drill again. The drill is the tool of the day. I'm going to use the drill again with a metal wire attachment just to get a majority of that crud off, and then I'm just going to hand buff it with some, is it Autosol? Metal polish essentially, and then see where that gets us. Again, doesn't need to be 100% perfect concourse, but you know, anything to make it just a little bit nicer before it's MOT. Before it's MOT, you know, we still need to do the interior and get those seat belts sorted, because they could fail, I believe. and then I'll give it another wash and a buff. I have a Galaxy Grey touch-up pen for just, you know, spots here and there, just to make sure it's actually blended in. That one on the back there, I don't know if you can see where my finger is probably the worst. But other than that, there's nothing massive that stands out now. The car, I'm super pleased with the way this has come out. It's going to be good for the age, definitely. The person who's buying this is going to be very happy. Okay, moving on to the exhaust tail tips. Oh, whilst I'm here, this is what I was using. So, just my Sealy drill on, you know, a relatively low setting with a soft bristle brush attachment, and it is literally this Turtle Wax soft top cleaner. I've been using this for a few years now. Used it on the S2000, used it on my prior MX5s, NAs, and yeah, it's treated me okay. So there's that. There's also a really good one for restoring soft tops called Renovo. I recommend that highly, especially as well if you've got a plastic mirror. There's a Renovo like plastic restorer which worked really well on a Glen Eagles Mazda MX5 that I used to have. So yeah, drill, soft bristle brush, low setting, moderate pressure. I mean, a lot of people might go, oh, you might damage the soft top doing this. Like, soft tops nowadays are pretty sturdy, and they have been for like the last 2 decades. Like the one in the S2000 is really sturdy as well. If you're talking like stuff made in the 80s and prior, yeah, maybe take it a bit easy, maybe do something by hand first. But you know, most soft tops nowadays, especially on brand new cars, they're super durable, so don't be too afraid. Okay, moving on. Hello and welcome to the floor. Now I'm on a mat near the tailpipes, and we need to get this looking cleaner at the very least. So I have my drill with a little metal bit on it and some safety goggles or glasses, because whenever using something like this, I do not need crap in my eye, thank you very much. My actual profession is digital art and I need these in my hands, so that's why I tend to wear gloves and stuff like that quite a lot. And I also have in this pocket some metal polish and a little thing to put it on and buff it with. Anyway, let's see how this goes, shall we? Can you actually see that? I think will do. Will it do? That'll do. Will this even work? Let's see. That scratch just crazy, but I think they came out okay. Yep, they're a bit duller now. To be fair, I prefer like a matte chrome look to shiny chrome. I've never really liked this type of chrome. But, yep, they'll work well. So I've got some trim in the seat belts now that I need to get into this car. And also give it a very big interior clean. But I think what I want to do first is try those seat belts out, because with the new seat belts in, they can get cleaned alongside everything else. They've already been ultrasonic cleaned. We'll see whether or not they act any better than these very limp ones. Brilliant. So yeah, we need to get this seat forward and out, some of this trim off, get to this seat belt, take this out, put another one in, and see how we go. Fingers crossed. Okay, let's go. Just move this Hoover out the way for now. I'm probably going to need a breaker bar at some point, but we'll see what goes on. Let's move you forward first. Let's have a look back here. Oy. Yeah, this needs a good clean. Okay, let's get the seat taken out first, definitely. What are we looking at there again? Is that 17 now? Too big, 14. Just right. Am I going to be able to get it out with this? No. Breaker bar it is then. You win, Bolt. God damn it. Already had a converter on it. Whoever owned this before never once hoovered it, it feels. Oi. Yeah, this has never been opened before. Sure, this is a bit of a biohazard. Can't remember if I needed to take this off. Yeah, it will help. Ow. Let's get this off. What did I lose? What did I lose? That hurt. Ow, 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 ow. God, the interior is disgusting. Because we're dealing with seat belts and potential safety systems, I'm going to unhook the battery just in case. So this is the replacement one. It's been left for a couple of weeks until we got to this point. Let's take out this squib for the explosive. It can be quite deceptive. People who do this type of stuff, if you've ever worked on your own car and you've started tearing stuff apart, or you're doing loads of jobs in one day, it is hard work. You've probably seen on other channels, like, you end up with injuries, sweating, oil and crud and God knows what all over you. Other people's detritus and dust is disgusting. But needs must. It's part of the fun, I guess. Okay, there's the old seatbelt. I didn't put a cable tie on it because I don't really care at the moment. Okay. The new one does look a lot cleaner for the most part. I say new, the cleaned one. How confident are people this is going to work? I hear mixed stories. Some people swear by it, it's just the dirt. Other people who have tried it said it doesn't work. But you know, there can be 1,000,001 things wrong with a seatbelt, right? I'm not going to let a little bit of drizzle stop me, in honesty. The rain cannot make up its mind in this country. Let me just get my tools out of there. This is disgusting. I mean, typically you'd want to brush some of this out first, but there's just so much crap in there that Hoover, it needs to be done first. Apologies a little bit for the sound quality here. So yeah, as you can see, it's starting to rain. The heavens have opened. You saw me give the seat a spritz with the spray washer. Nothing too like super crazy. With cloth, it's fine. I would probably not do this with leather personally. Usually leave them out to dry, give them a bit of a brush like I did with the drill. And once they've dried, they turn out fine. Same with the mats as well. But you know, they're not going to dry anytime soon, so I might have to drop them in the garage. Just a look inside. I have cleaned this side now, and it is, oh my god, it smells and looks way better. There's a few bits here and there, but you know, with the rain barreling down, I'm going to have to probably call it now and do the rest off camera, and you'll see it once it's done. I'm probably ready for its MOT. Progress has been made, which is good. It's a shame that the heavens open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy up and wait for my next opportunity to actually do some stuff. Well, it's been a tumultuous couple of days. The weather's not been able to make up its mind. It's been raining on and off, and it's made it quite difficult to try and manage and do stuff. It's one of the things that you've got to deal with when working outside in England, the weather. I might want to invest in, I don't know, a gazebo or something, just so that I can maybe spend more time doing stuff, you know, get it hung onto the garage or something like that. Scare story yesterday, someone came round to pick something from the break-in MX5, and you know, they had a gazebo over their MX5, and the reason they were collecting some of the stuff from it is because the gazebo collapsed under wind and destroyed loads of stuff. So, you know, my gain from their unfortunate incident, but I don't want that to happen, so I need to invest in something good. If anybody has any ideas about a type of gazebo that's done them good, you live in the UK, let me know. But what have I been up to? So I've been parting and breaking the MX5, as you know. So I've been cataloguing parts. We've got some of the interior pieces there, some from under the engine. We've got some larger pieces over there. We've got the larger interior trim in both the cockpit and the boot. Wings have gone, one of the seats has gone, some other interior bits have gone. So yeah, I'm just going to keep parting this. I made a post in the community tab. So yeah, if anybody wants anything from this, then get in touch. You know, I'll do it cheaper than what they do on eBay, just to try and make back as much as possible. But we've already made a hefty dent into that, so that's cool. What's happened with the other MX5 though? So it needs another clean. I tried fixing up some of the blemishes. Most of them have come out okay. Like the ones on this wing have came out really good. This one, however, I don't know if I've made it worse, in all honesty. It looks like there may have been filler or something under here, and whatever paint they've put on there may be reacting to some of the cleaners I've used, but I'm going to leave that. That can be for the next owner if they decide to pull that apart. Let's get the keys. Oh, did you see the alloy of the new project? Oh, wrong key. Derpy derp. So many Mazda MX5 keys. Let's go again. So, this needs another spritz. What do we do to the roof actually? So I gave it another once over, and I've got a lot of what I can get out. The rest of these bits now are probably ingrained in, and or it'll just come out in future washes. It now has some mold inhibitor on it, Renovu mold inhibitor. You basically put it in a bowl and paint it on with a paintbrush. So it looks a lot nicer in the flesh. Don't know whether or not it comes up well on camera, but yeah, it looks good. Inside, the car's just locked itself, smart cars. Inside, so yeah, we went through, I have absolutely gutted the interior, hoovered everything up, cleaned everything up, and unfortunately, the cleaning of the seat belts did not do. I mean, it is better, but it's not like, it's not really making a massive difference in all honesty. So, you know, dipping them in an ultrasonic cleaner with soapy water, washing them vigorously, all that gubbins, maybe a bit of a wives' tale. Has anybody actually had that work? You tell me. But other than that, most of the smell has gone. I've got one of those odor bombs coming, so we'll get that put in air before we hand it over to its new owner. It is sold, by the way. In the next video, we're going to be taking this guy for its MOT, which I'm hoping passes with flying colours. Everything seems like it should. In fact, the only thing I need to test, it drives well, as we found out. Well, let's just turn those lights on. Do these work? And they both do. Cool. So this should pass with flying colours, and then it's off to its next owner. And then once this has gone, I'll let you know how much I sold it for, and the type of deal I did. I've sold it to family, so you know they're getting, price-wise, it's a good deal, but they're also, you know, I'll help them out in future if need be and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll let you know in the next video how that turns out with its MOT. We'll give it another wash, and yeah, we'll use that odor bomb in it to make sure we get rid of any remaining smells. But other than that, that guy is done. So what is everybody's predictions for the MOT? Do you think it'll pass? Fail? Advisories? What advisories do you think it'll get? God knows. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to say the penultimate video for that particular MX5. We'll still have this one here to break Might do another video breaking some bits from that and go through like how much it cost, what did we make from braking, because there'll be a point in the coming month or so, I think, where we call somebody up to just come and collect the carcass of this thing and then move on to the next project. Cool. Well, if you liked this video, if you like these longer format videos, let me know. Give it a like. A subscribe would help massively. Does help a lot, small channels like this. If you've got any comments, feedback, then I'd love to hear it. I've been engaging with people in the replies, so yeah, keep the comments coming. Some of them really helpful. And that's about it, guys. Take care, have fun, speak soon.